You've launched a true revolution in brain health. How is it changing the way we think about and treat mental illness today?
Well, let's just compare. If we think of it as mental health, diagnoses based on symptom clusters with no biological data. The outcomes in psychiatry are not better than the year I was born, 1954. Think about that, right? There's no other specialty in medicine that has not made significant progress. 25% of the adult population is on psychiatric drugs. Huge win for the pharmaceutical industry. Huge loss for our society. When you think of it as mental health, 57% of teenage girls report being persistently sad, and suicide in the young has gone up 746%.
I want to hear about that. Tell me about that in detail, because that was so interesting.
Suicide has gone up 746% since the year 2000 in young people. It's so sad. And we're thinking of it as you have a mental health problem when your dopamine stores have been depleted because of the cell phone in your pocket or because of social media, and you constantly comparing your life to people's lives that are in fact not real. You are being hijacked by big corporations, Facebook, Google, for money because their algorithms make you sad, mad, and anxious. And the sadder and madder you are, the more likely you are to stay on the platforms. And the platforms are not about your health. They're about marketing and making money. So what happened from 2000 to 2025 is we had the cell phone revolution and social media, where children aren't spending 30 minutes on their phone. They're spending 7 hours or 10 hours on their phone. And dopamine, which is the neurotransmitter of more, it's a neurotransmitter of motivation, of focus, of zest, of let's get stuff done, that we're thrilling these kids to death. And literally to death, because every time you get a notification, every time you scroll, you're getting a little bit of dopamine, which presses on the nucleus accumbens, that pleasure area in your brain, and it wears it out. So if you think of...
So you find no pleasure in anything eventually.
You end up no pleasure in anything, and then you go to substances, because the substances make you feel initially, but then it flattens you out further over time.
That's right.
So, but I want to finish this idea of mental health or brain health, because mental health, it's, oh, you have this problem based on these symptoms, so we'll do these treatments, which usually are medication if you get a doctor involved. If it's brain health, we have to eat right, and you have to go to bed, and you have to exercise. And probably you should be taking omega-3 fatty acids. Mm-hmm. And you probably shouldn't be drinking. And marijuana is not innocuous. You have to get healthy. And with 75% of us overweight or obese, and 50% of us diabetic or pre-diabetic, there's no way you're going to be mentally healthy. Because if you're overweight, the fat on your body is producing inflammatory cytokines that are damaging your brain.
We're out of time. Please subscribe on YouTube, click the thumbs up, and leave a comment. Please subscribe on Apple Podcast and Spotify and leave a rating and a review. And share the We're Out of Time podcast with others you know who will get value out of it. See you next Tuesday.